linear relations and first differences, and how first differences connect to slope is what we're going to be looking for over the next couple days. So if we look at the table below, we need to look for the pattern that exists, and is the relation linear or nonlinear that you see there. So the first thing we have to look at, in order for a pattern to be clearly visible, our x difference have to experience the same change. And if I look, every time I go from one x to the next, I am always adding 1. So if I add 1, what's happening with my y's? I'm adding 2 each time. So since I see a constant pattern as x increases by 1, y increases by 2, the relation can be said to be linear. If I want to use the first differences, I have to look for the same thing. I have to look, are my x values changing by a constant? And if I look again, in this example, the x values are repeatedly increasing by 1. So the first differences can be used to determine if it's linear or nonlinear. When I do that, I have to find the difference in the y values. So I'm going to do 6 take away 4, and that's going to give me 2. Then I'm going to look at 8 take away 6, and it's 2. 10 take away 8, 12 take away 10. It's always 2. That's really just the pattern we came up with on the first page, and the first differences are constant for evenly spaced x values, so it is linear. Another way I can look at this is by graphing it. I've got the point -2, 4, so I'm going to take my point. I'm going to start at the origin. I go left 2 and up 4 and plot my point. My next point is -1, 6, so again, I start at the origin. -1 tells me go left and up 6. The next point is 0, 8, so I start at my origin. There's no left and right movement. I go up to 8. 1, 10, start at the origin, go in a positive direction 1, and then a positive direction up 10. Then 2, 12, start at my origin, go in a positive direction, 2 to the right, and a positive direction up 2 to 12. And then I can draw my straight line through my graph. And apparently I'm not doing a very good job of that, because I can't get the ruler, the line to work with me here. Okay, so remember, my line has to go through all of my points if it's linear, and this line works really well, and it does pass through the center of all of my points. Now, before you come to class tomorrow, take a look at page 3, number 4 to 6. It's some more first differences questions and looking for patterns.